Hello, and thank you for downloading this short presentation about sales engine optimization. Since launching Demuto in 2008, we have met many sales leaders throughout Europe. Whilst their organizations have been very different, many of them have confessed to making the same mistakes when trying to develop their sales team and expand their business. They have all committed to significant decisions and spent large sums of money on recruitment, training, and process development without actually understanding the issues that they were trying to resolve. Many other sales leaders didn't know that they had a problem until we started to discuss the symptoms that you will hear about later in the presentation. First, let us use the analogy of a car engine. To achieve a Formula 1 level of performance, it not only costs millions of pounds, but it would also need every single component in the engine to be designed and tuned to work in harmony with every other component in the engine. Have you ever heard of a Formula 1 team that has randomly changed parts in the engine without first analysing and understanding exactly what was affecting performance? And yet the vast majority of sales leaders that we come across treat their sales engine in exactly this way. Before I explain about SEO, I'd like to quickly explain who we are. We are a group of consultants who can call on many years of experience as specialists within a really broad range of organisations. We have worked with and for small companies right through to some of the worldwide corporations that you can see here. Many of us operated at board level within these organisations and built up a wealth of experience of what works well and, just as importantly, what doesn't. Whilst this presentation is focused on developing your sales organisation, you will see through the following slides why it's also important that we can provide assistance with operations, marketing, and finance strategies. Sales engine optimization is your opportunity to know exactly what is going on in your sales team. We have built a methodology that allows us to get to grips with each critical component of your business and identify the areas that need tuning and those that are performing well. We recognize that the issues that we encounter and resolve are experienced by smaller organizations and not just multinational corporations. Our solution is designed specifically with this in mind and offers faster analysis, recommendations that can be implemented within weeks, and more tangible outcomes than those offered by the consulting giants that you encounter in the corporate world. So why is it important that we focus our attention on sales? An organization could create the best product in a market or have the most reassuring customer service ratings around, but without being the owner of an efficient sales methodology, it is unlikely that they will ever really capitalize on the opportunity, and their business will struggle. There are thousands of companies that fail every year because their team principal wasn't sales focused enough to take their great solution to market successfully. When people think of the role of great salespeople or great sales leaders, they often just think about hitting a number. It really isn't as simple as just hitting a sales number though. If a salesperson or sales leader is to move through the gears from being a poor performer, or perhaps getting occasionally lucky, to achieving consistency and predictably high performance, then they're going to have to understand how to get the cogs in the gearbox moving in the right order. If any one of these cogs consistently fails, then consistently high performance is an almost impossible target to hit. I can usually spot a poorly performing sales team within the first few minutes of a chat with a sales leader. The symptoms are generally common. We find salespeople blaming a lack of time, other departments, systems, processes, or even customers for failing to reach target. There are blurred lines between salespeople, order admin, and customer services, and there are major inconsistencies in how clients are managed and looked after from one person to the next. Sales leaders can't describe where customers come from or why. There is high customer attrition and a low number of new business wins, and they struggle to take new solutions to market effectively. The forecasting process is fraught with inaccuracy, and sandbagging, or bluebirds, are commonplace. However, they arrive frequently enough to help salespeople miraculously creep over target. When all of these things are starting to happen, we see many sales leaders resorting to paralysis by analysis. They spend hours with their friend Excel, poring over inaccurate sales funnels and browbeating salespeople, rather than spending time coaching them or speaking to clients. So if all of the issues are common, why isn't there an easy resolution? What we find is that the symptoms are common, but the underlying causes are unique to each organisation and often quite complex. For example, if a sales team doesn't sell much during the first 2 hours of each day, is that because their customers don't start to wake up until after lunch? Is it because they're discussing what happened the evening before? Or is it because they spend the first 2 hours of each day clearing up the mess created when the warehouse did something wrong the evening before? Without understanding what's really going on, it's easy to make a knee-jerk decision. In the example just given, we've seen sales leaders put targets on how long salespeople must spend on the phone. This is quite a ridiculous metric to start to measure people on. We've also seen organisations spend tens of thousands of pounds on training salespeople to be trusted advisors, without asking themselves if that is what their customers really want. Even if the customers do want that, what is the point of having a great consultative salesperson if they're overloaded with admin or don't have the pre-sales resources to support them in a sales opportunity? Too many organisations deploy point solutions to a wider set of issues. Sales Engine Optimization lets you understand exactly where you are and design these unique solutions. SEO is delivered in 3 stages. Firstly, we look at your situation by conducting one-to-one interviews with executives, salespeople and customers. We go through all areas of your engine at high level and pinpoint areas needing remedy or further more detailed investigation. Depending upon the size of your sales organisation, this first phase can be done in as little as 1 day. We write up our findings and publish a report to your named contact. The report will clearly highlight any recommendations and let you know where the Demuto could help you to address them. If you find that you do want to engage Demuto to help you to implement the recommendations, then we will quote you for the work and show you how the transformation will take place to avoid major disruption. We will then stay engaged and help you to measure the impact of the changes over a pre-agreed period of time. So what sort of things could you expect us to recommend? The process starts with us understanding your organisation's strategy and direction. What do your customers want you to do, and what do you plan to do with that information? If you have a good handle on this, has it been communicated effectively to your organisation so that every person understands the direction and their role in getting you there? Your processes and systems might be producing issues that result in additional cost for your organisation. SEO will get to grips with them and show you how to make them more efficient. Are your key measurements lined up with organisational goals in every department? How well do they knit together? Often we find that different measurements not only cause conflict, but they also generate waste in an organisation. How many times have you called customer services and bounced around the inside of a company, not knowing where you are? These issues are commonly caused by measurements not being matched correctly with customer needs, or by systems that don't support the company and customer objectives. Maybe the leadership team needs development to recruit and develop their team, make them capable of managing a complex, highly performing operation. And at the sharp end of the arrow, we start to see issues that determine how a customer views your sales organisation. Do you have a well-defined and articulate marketing strategy and a clear brand that your customers understand? Are your salespeople capable of carrying this and delivering it in every contact with prospects and clients? Have you ever given any thought whether you may have too many customers? Very few organisations understand the need to properly differentiate between time wasters, highly profitable, and rising stars. They have salespeople trying to win new clients at a very high cost, and relatively little focus is given to keeping highly profitable clients happy. As our examples have shown, the sales engine is a complex piece of machinery that can easily break down if it isn't regularly tuned and maintained. Tuning your engine often results in an opportunity to save or redeploy resources. Knowing and understanding what your customers truly value frees you to build solutions and value propositions that they don't mind paying a little extra for. If you don't understand real value through your customers' eyes, then the chances are you're underselling your solution or unnecessarily competing on price when you don't need to. By honing your organization to give customers the solutions and service they really want, you will enrich their satisfaction, and your team will feel that they're doing worthwhile work. People who feel that they're at the top of their game, are delivering a good service, often see salary as less important, and are much more likely to be proud of and loyal to their organization. This also makes it easier to recruit the best talent when they know that they're entering a positive, productive, and successful environment. So in summary, a well-performing sales team is critical to every organization. To achieve high performance requires many different components to work consistently well together. You will only spot issues if you choose to look for them, and you should only attempt to tune your engine once you understand how it is performing and why. Thank you for your time. If we can provide any further information, please don't hesitate to contact us using the details on screen.